Breaking news. Incentive token, the greenest logo in crypto, has just had its inflation cut again by a further minus 50%. This is a cute little Pikachu spinning around in the toilet bowl. Do you want to flush him or spare him? Look how cute he is, by the way. Incentive token, Inc. Yes, once again, friends, you're like, oh my gosh, Somi, I've never seen a logo that green before in my life. I know. The greenest logo in crypto. The inflation is now 0.05 Inc per second. It started off at 1 Inc per second. This was like a while ago. It's at 1. Richard chopped it by 90%. Then it went down to 0.1 Inc. So he's now chopped it again. Of course, he's used Spoonie! Chop it! Chop that! Inflation's been going down. PulseChain core coins are primed to pump. This is not impacting current supply. This is impacting future supply. Yes? Not the current, the future. That's why these moves, friends. I know when you see big moves like that, you think, oh, can you just go up 10x now? That's exactly what happened with the HEX Orange Address. That's right, HEX Orange Address. It's future supply, friends. The market is a bit more smarty pants than that. It's just like, okay, it's like, okay. I've got 3 pairs of fluffy slippers in a box and you really want them, yeah. But then if I like go home, you can't see them anymore and I've still got the box. You're like, hey, you're going to bring those fluffy slippers over? Yeah. But let's say I committed one of the darkest sins in the Bible. Let's say I actually burned 2 of those fluffy slippers. 2 pairs. I mean, you'd lose your mind if you found out. But the thing is, you haven't found out yet. You don't know that 2 of the pairs of these fluffy Highland Bull slippers have been burned. You got no idea. So now I've only got 1. But you still think I've got them. So you are the market. I am Richard Hart with the inflation toggle. Yes, chopping it out. But by the way, you are the market, the outsiders who are going to want this token in the future. They just don't know yet. They haven't been exposed yet. You and I know some deep, dark, devil, Satanist things were happening. These fluffy slippers just burned, disintegrated. It's exactly like that, friends. So, also there's a problem with other things. Like, if no one wants your item in the first place, who cares if you get rid of it? Yeah. If I draw a pony on a piece of paper and then I scrunch it up, you're like, no, you just chopped out 100% of the supply of your hand-drawn pony. You get it? You have to solve for the demand part. What do I mean by solve for the demand part? Marketing, branding, friendship, confirming friendship, tapping people with your left hand on their right shoulder. You know what I mean, friends? Drinking orange juice together, that type of indulging. Now, with PulseX and the yield farms, the yields are really, really low. They're poopy low for a reason. Richard wants everybody... Signal is pretty much confirmed now. You can kind of tell, friends. He wants everyone to start pulling their liquidity. They have been. The incentive token, I mean, like the yield is so low. I think why he's done it is he did this first cut just to see how the market reacts. If you go to PulseX, app.pulsex.com, make sure you go to the right website and you can check out the yields now. See, it's now 0.05 Inc. I don't know if these have updated properly yet. I don't know if they've updated properly, friends, because it takes a while, I think, for it to refresh. So all the things update. So it's just like 1.15%. This yield's coming down. So after this, it should be even lower. Like it's really, really, really low yield. Remember, he did the extreme HEX Orange Address movement. So now like 92% of HEX is stake. But yeah, friends, that's what some of you frustrated, man. Impacting future supply, you can change it to trajectory, right? But like you got to solve for that current demand. You got to make people want it. People have to want it. Well, how are people going to want your imaginary Ponzi coin, just like everything else in crypto? Look, ETH BTC, that's it. When Ethereum's going up, you'll see that people just have a hunger and a need for these things out here. Let me know what you think, friends. Are you excited? Inc, you just like, I know like maybe a lot of people don't truly understand what's going on, and that's okay. But I think all of us, at least we say in our minds, you know what, bro, at least he's making some sort of move. Like, you know, he's trying to do stuff and untoggle things around. By the way, just refresh the page. Remember, it just ticked over, friends, into the next day. HEX was up 30%, so it's still up good. You have here Inc now $3.20 pretty much. So it's been rising up. That's great. Check out all the core coins. You have them here. That's why you just refresh them. We deserve to go up. This is nothing. Here you have. Thank you, Mr. Pulse Coin List. Activating Somni mode as well. It's funny. Dick with butt correlating with Inc. That's beautiful. All the narratives are still there, friends. Poker Center, Pika, Tangang stuff, Atropa with pDAI. They're all still there. Here's the thing. So even though Richard's minted some meme coins, yeah, the JPEG tickers, who's going to fill up the gap? Well, people are trading in a circle of the drainage right now. But we're all hoping Pulse goes up. If Pulse, PLS, protein, lemons, strawberries, if this rises, why does it rise, friends? Metcalfe's law. Yeah, it means there's more daily users, there's more activity. The GDP of the city's risen, which means there's more people in there. More people, there's more. Like, let's be fun. Let's be fun with it. There's more gamblers. That's it. There's more gamblers. But then again, like, it's gamblers a bit of a cop-out term because, like, in a city, friends, would you call people who buy Louis Vuitton bags, are they gamblers? You know? But technically, they're gambling. Why? They're spending money on a bag, a leather bag, yeah, and let's say a girlfriend. A girl's buying a Louis Vuitton bag. She is gambling that she's gonna, like, maybe it's her money, maybe it's her man's money, whatever, her sugar daddy. $5,000 is blown on this bag, okay? Now, the gamble is she's either gonna feel good about herself, might make some of her problems go away, maybe she's got a botched job, okay? Or maybe she's gonna think other girls are gonna, like, respect her a bit more. Yeah, it's an investment into your social status. Invest, okay? But it's gambling. It's technically gambling, okay? The difference between, like, investing and gambling, you're doing the same thing. You're outlaying a seed to try get something to plant and grow in the future. Yeah, it's just how we classify. If you don't respect someone's risk taking, you just call it gambling. That's what it is. You know, every day you walk out of the home, friends. You walk outside. You want to go to the store, get some fresh oranges to make orange juice. Yeah, you're taking a gamble. You have taken a gamble. What if a bus comes out and just cleans you up? What if Dave Portnoy launches his 19th coin today and you miss it? You know what I mean? So you're taking a gamble. Basically, that's how we just live our lives. We just try to use a framework of stuff out here. And yes, we all win if PLS, the spear, goes up. Also, how does PLS win the most? It's if Ethereum, the spear, goes up. Ethereum, 400 billion market cap, rising up. PulseChain only like 1 billion. Looking at it in real time, it's nice to see, like, far out, man. Like, I'm in so much disbelief. Like, Inc is now $3.25. Disbelief in terms of, like, it's been 4 years. We're just so numb, friends. Like, neurotransmitters fried. Totally fried. Let's have a look at some ratios. Let's look at Inc as well. Jiminy Jellickers! PulseX is getting really high, friends. My gosh. PulseX, PLSX. It's getting really high. It must be because it has more bonding with the... Oh, yes, look at that, friends. You know, PulseX is very close to flipping the market cap of Pulse. It's only about 8% away. Oh, man. Jiminy Jellickers! Shout out if you watch The Simpsons, friends. It's one of the classic moments. Also, like, if you're sidelined... Well, let's say, friends, you got your old coins in PulseChain and stuff out here. You want them to go up, you know, pDAI and everything else. And, like, just relax. Like, the core coins are finally moving up. Okay, like finally. Remember, the core coins moving up, everyone wins. Okay, if you're an altcoin ecosystem, the rest of the ecosystem can be winning. You could be the loser part of the pack. That's the risk you take. You get high reward. So, like, Pulse can move up 5. You could move up 25. But also, Pulse could move up 5. Your whole community could rug and abandon, or you're down, or, like, you're only up like a 2x, which means you bled against Pulse. That's your risk. Okay, but because, see, PulseChain can move up 5 from today. So, Solana, everyone's saying $1,000 sold, $1,200. It takes a lot more money to move it up. You get it? Of course you get it. Now, I'm going to check out the Inc price chart. It's close to flipping green on the weekly super chain. Like, that was beautiful, dude. It flipped red, and you have a divine intervention. It was just Richard going, okay, I've got to do this. See that? God hand. And it's starting to move up. If it flips green here, I mean, like, it's pretty much it's go time. Now, friends, the final number of Inc. I'm going to have to peg my nipples as well. Let's add a friendly gesture to everybody out there. Of course, I've got a green hat, friends, the Australian drinking team. Now, when you're looking at Inc., the yield is so pathetic. It's $3.30. If the yields, remember the yields is a certain rewards given out, and there's certain liquidity that's trying to grab that yield. Because the reward's been like taken away, everyone's pulling the liquidity, making it thinner. So now it's easier to pump up the whole ecosystem. But eventually though, if the reward token you're getting, if that appreciates enough, the yields will be nice and healthy again. How much do they have to appreciate? Well, after this cut, remember these yields haven't updated yet. After this cut, friends, it's not just like 6x anymore. Now it's like a 12x for Inc. That's a big difference. But for the core coins, man, that's a big difference. If Inc's going to do a 12, man, that's like a 30. The previous level was Inc 15 to 20 bucks needed. Now you need double that. So 30 to 40 bucks, which, friends, actually, it's making me, I'm going to have to stock up on more Band-Aids for my nipples because we're going to have a nipple tweaking session for the rest of the year. Looking at Inc Pulse ratio, let's have a look at this now. As you load, there you go. Oh, wow. That was funny. I just drew this as like a magical lineup, and now it's fun. So what did I do? This is Inc versus Pulse, right? I just drew this, and you go sideways, nowhere, just like this part, and then you have alt season wave 2, which is like some sort of unicorn swap. Remember, this move up, I know it's another 2x from here, but that's 2x on PLS Rising. Remember, friends, Inc is, if Ricardo Corazon, if he's going to do the pDAI thing, Inc has to go up to glorious prices. It has to. Okay, because if Inc goes up to glorious prices, he can give out yield for stablecoin farms, and he can target all those people in, say, just Ethereum. There's $60 billion there. Like, to tell you, man, like, look how thin our liquidity is, man. If we can just get like 2 billion of that, 1 billion, just to come in and grab the yield, yeah, that'd be huge. And by the way, they'd have to be bonding with pDAI. So that's part of the story and all the narratives play out. Like I said, friends, I'm not here. I don't criticize, man. Like, you're on the game, you're in the game. Yeah, you don't have to keep playing. I'm like assuming he knows what he's doing. Okay, he knows what he's doing, and guess what? If it doesn't work out, it's gonna suck. But I'm like, man, okay, if this guy with 200 IQ couldn't figure it out, we got no chance of figuring it out. You know what I mean? It's just let the billionaire do what he's gonna do. A lot of people looked at Elon Musk and they said, Elon, why don't you go raise one of your 9 kids and stop tapping these 4.5 out of 10s and giving them all the confidence in the world, and stop wasting your time buying Diablo, go raise your kids and stop buying Twitter. That's what people were saying, friends. They were criticizing him. And he said, no, I love tapping 4.5 out of 10s. I love giving them confidence. You know, some people just think differently. It was very controversial at the time. Twitter, way better experience now. He removed a lot of the soy. He kicked out 80% of all those girls who were like using a laptop by the pool, not even doing anything. Remember, friends, Twitter was corrupt, working with the government. You were banned, friends, you were banned on Twitter for implying a joke that the virus came from China. You were banned. You were actually banned. It was considered bullying. Friends, look, I have to say this. I know it's going to sound controversial, but don't trust guys who wear nose rings. Now, if you wear a nose ring, all the power to you. I'm just telling you, if you have a nose ring as a dude, there's very low odds that you are our path to making it in anything, okay? Previous Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey. Okay, so just telling you that there's some common themes we've just learned out here. These lessons for life. Yeah, it can't be funny, friends. Maybe that's going to come back. We're actually going to use it as one of our crystal prophecies at the very, very top. We'll see. Now, in this moment, friends, I've actually just refreshed again, once again. PulseX to Pulse ratio is now at 0.80. It's literally rocketing. Up here, what's Richard doing? I'm just guessing. Just guessing. Maybe this thing goes to 1. And then we all speculate. Can eHEX, pHEX get to 1? Can pDAI get to 1? That's pDAI to eDAI. Can that get to 1.0? Can pHEX get to parity with eDAI, which is $1? Can that get to $1? You see what I mean? That's probably the theme that's going to emerge out of these. Last but not least, friends, this is the 24-hour mark on GoPulse. Now, GoPulse, it's all right. Thing is, GoPulse, They're orthodox Richard Hart maxis. So have you noticed eHEX, you're just being reduced to these shitty little digits. You know what I mean? They don't believe eHEX. It's kind of funny. It's like all the religious denominations, you know, like, oh, we don't believe you're the righteous one. We believe the textbook more. You're not considered part of the denominations of it. It's kind of hilarious. You know, on Pulse coin list, even if you remove Somi bots, so they believe HEX from Ethereum is a coin. Friends, I don't care what you think, dude. HEX from Ethereum is the last source of protein on that godforsaken Ethereum mainnet chain. Yeah, and here you are wanting to say nothing. Oh, man. That's what it is. What it is. Now, at least they show the market caps out here. Notice Inc is only 182 million. That's beautiful to see. I mean, look at it right now. Oh my God, friends. PulseX is like about to flip. It's literally about to flip PulseChain. See, 927 and 958 million. Really, you can add all of them up. It's all good. If you just check out this now, what I'm going to do now is just show you, look, it would be non-racist if we reached 100 billion market cap for the whole ecosystem, which would be about, I'm just going to times 1.2. Here we go, friends. Sorry, there's a couple of racist things going on here. I think the whole ecosystem is about 4.9 billion now. Or maybe about 4.5. The whole ecosystem is now 4.5. Why did it go up that much? It's because of HEX. HEX is big markup. So because it recently went up 20% and did that. Now the whole ecosystem is 44.4 billion. There's a couple of, I didn't add up the Richard Hart meme coins. So it's not a full correct number. But if we got to 100 billion from here, it would be a 22x on it. Now, I know 100 billion, it's a number to think about. There's two things about it. Number one, look, you don't know how much Richard owns of the coins. Circulating supply. You want him to own more. Because maybe that 4.4 billion number, maybe Richard owns all of the half the coins. Maybe the real number is meant to be 2.2 billion. Yeah, so the more he owns, the better. But also something to think about, Corridanzo, even BNB, friends, BNB, CZ, and Binance owned all the coins. It still stopped at 100 billion last cycle. So there might be a different part of this story. Or look, that 22x, it's a nice target, but like, what if we get the pDAI narrative, and then he basically scams it. He just scams it up. The thing is, if Richard Fart can get some magic to actually start to be revealed to us, PulseX going up, things moving up, eHEX, you know what I mean? Like just stuff happening. pDAI moves up a bit, right? We can then start to see, oh crap, if this thing like actually works, we're going to go bonkers. Remember, the whole premise of everything working is if we can attract Ethereum mainnet liquidity to bridge in, bond with pDAI. Now you have bonding. People can mint pDAI and then use the purchasing power bonding here to buy up the core coins. And that would be the most fantastical fairy tale of all, where everyone thinks if this event happens, people sell the coins. But I believe, and not believe, I'll tell you, Richard, he knows what he's doing. He did it in 2021. If you were in 2021 and you thought that HEX being 5 cents would be sold by everyone, you were wrong. People bought 5 cents aggressively, higher and higher and higher, to go participate in the PulseChain sacrifice. So what if, after the pDAI pegging, everyone thinks everyone's going to sell? What if actually what's happening is people are using the pDAI to go buy even more core coins and participate in whatever else is happening? I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. If I did, it's probably better that we don't even know what's really going on. It's just like a matter of faith. Everyone wants to know price targets and stuff. Always. Friends, PulseChain, we got to get above that day one sack price so we can start to party. But for Inc now, Inc is actually, friends, green on the weekly super trend now. Wow. It actually has flipped green, which is beautiful. It's at $3.50. And by the way, friends, when I say this, not financial advice. Okay, I'm not racist, but I think it's racist for Inc to be under 25 bucks. The yield is too low. You shouldn't even be down here. You should not be down here based off that yield count and everything. Once it gets above there, Inc is so valuable that probably liquidity starts getting a bit thicker, and then we can do the whole GD McG zone in the middle of the year. That might be what happening, friends. See how we moved up here and we do the GD McG? Well, if we go up here, maybe that's what happens. We do a GD McG for like 6 months, 7 months until, see, this is what happens at the end of the year. What I've done now, that's the whole year. It's going to be very controversial, right? Some people believe cycle's over, and I'm just going to guess that a white swan appears. Not just a white swan for incentive token, a white swan for the whole crypto industry. And that's what gives you alt season. This will be alt season wave 1. That would be alt season wave 2. But just be careful, man. Take some profit in alt season wave 1 because like what if we're wrong? You know what I mean? You don't 100% know, and you got to deal with a lot of anxiety. Let me know. Are you excited by incentive token inflation cut? Are you excited like, hey, some things are moving? Because I know I am. You're my friend. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.